Beyond Cool is back, and today this is something that brings back good memories from university. I got a 1/4 cup of butter here. You don't have to melt it. A frying pan will do the job. It's a very inexpensive but delicious meal. Just looking at the ingredients here, nothing more than $5 worth. And you don't even have to add all this, but 3 celery stalks to start off. And this is going to be a cream of mushroom pasta utilizing bowtie pasta. And again, even it's kid friendly. Which kid doesn't like to eat bowtie pasta? The heartbeat of America, the Chevy bowtie. But again, very simple. It's very nutritious and delicious. So let's get going. And I'm not worried about, I'm just cubing it. Just really, and of course you can keep the leaves, which is pretty cool. So this is like just part of the university life, finding something that will make your friends happy when they come over. Comfort food. It is a really winter day where I am right now. This will be delicious. And you'll see how easy it is. Nothing too hard. So there's the celery. I would say that's roughly, give or take, if you measure it, 160 grams of celery. Throw that in. We'll make sure that we'll get everything in afterwards. We'll cut up the onion. This is a I would say 1 small onion. It will disappear, so you don't have to worry. If you want garlic, you can put garlic in this, but I'm not the biggest fan with garlic in everything. So again, it's your call. This one, I liked the onions to mesh with the celery and the mushrooms. I have cremini or brown mushrooms here. You can use white mushrooms. That's all I had in the fridge right now. But white mushrooms does the job too. So there we go. Now we do the mushrooms. Very simple. Cut them in half. There we go. Throw it in. Throw it in. And again, if you, this could be a meal that you could do after a hard day of work. You're saying, well, it's a lot of prep. Not really. You could have everything washed beforehand before you leave. And also, if you go to a drive-through, and by the time you get to the drive-through and pay and take it home, and make sure you get home as fast as you can, because the problem is it gets cold, and who likes cold food? So again, the amount of time you would take going somewhere, ordering, and then paying, and I think this is really cool. Again, whatever makes you happy. This recipe makes me happy. And again, it's so simple and inexpensive and delicious and healthy for you. we're ready now for the stove. Let's go to the stove. You're wondering how this will all cook down. It will. Just watch. It's pretty cool and it's pretty fast. So now we're at the stove. Fill up a pot of water, 3/4 full. Turn it on high. This is the bow tie pasta we're going to do. It's a pound. We're going to use the whole box. So that is on high. Now before we turn on this, I do like to just jazz it up a little bit. I wish I had fresh parsley, but it's winter time, so I'm sprinkling 1 teaspoon of parsley and then 1 teaspoon of chili flakes. And if that's a little bit too spicy, then do a 1/2 teaspoon of chili flakes. That is a great combo. We do need to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. No more than a tablespoon. Put that over there. And then we're going to put it on high. And you're going to say, whoa, you're going to burn it. No, I'm next to the stove. And I just need a good wooden spoon. Let me grab it right now. And it would have been 200 grams of mushroom. I know I said around 150, 160 grams of celery. Again, you could put more mushrooms in. It's on super high, the stove. As soon as we start hearing it cook, we're going to reduce it to medium. And of course, you're wondering where's the salt. There's a lot of salt in a can of mushroom soup, so you don't really need to. But if you really want some, and I just do it for my fans, I will just put a little bit of sea salt in. And also, while it's doing this, I'm going to prep 1 cup of white wine. I'll let you know when we put the cup of white wine. Any white wine that you have. This is my homemade wine, but any bottle wine, white wine will do. More of a dry wine. You might hear it sizzling now. And if you go to Europe, especially France, they love butter in their food. And butter just brings it up a notch. And we're using extra virgin olive oil, which is one of the best oils you can get out there. If you like a different type of olive oil, that's fine too. If you want the butter to melt faster, you put it right in the middle, the hot spot. And technically, this is not going to take more than 10 minutes to make this sauce. By the time we get the water boiling, by the time we put the pasta in, that'll be 20 minutes. It will all go together. The pasta, just read the box. The box is pretty good. It says 11 to 12 minutes on the box. We'll set it at 11 and then throw it in for the last minute in here if you want, or if you want to cook it for 12 and then just throw it in here. So right now nothing's burning, but it is sizzling. The butter has melted. So I'm going to put it to 5, which is medium. And just have fun. You can actually, I like to stir. You can actually let this now just saute. In a couple minutes, I'm going to add the white wine. Actually, the mushrooms are starting to get smaller and smaller. I might do it in a minute. Again, it's your preference. The onion is getting really translucent. This would be the perfect time if you want to throw in garlic, because it usually would burn right away with me putting the frying pan on super hot. it really reduced, and you saw how full it was. So in 30 seconds, I'm going to add the wine, and this looks amazing. This looks amazing. So the mushrooms have wilted. That's a great indication for you to put in the white wine. It will just boost up the taste. This is optional. You can put half a cup of water in there instead, and reduce the water and make it cook. But why would you do that when you have white wine that just brings it up a notch? So I put it back on high. The water's kind of getting hot. Let's add some salt, sea salt. There we go. That would be roughly a half a tablespoon of salt. You can put 1 teaspoon of salt in the water. You can put a full tablespoon. It's your call. This looks good. It's on high. It's going to reduce. So why won't I get the can ready? There we go. And you can add 1 cup, well, the can of milk afterwards to make it creamy. But to make it more creamier, if there's such a word, we're going to use 10% cream. I just like it. I just like 10% cream. But if you have any milk, it will do. If you don't have milk, you can just fill up the can with water. It won't be as creamy, but that might be your preference. Again, you have to have fun with this and enjoy doing this. And of course, doing this a couple of times, you'll figure out exactly the spices you want. So the wine, it's still in here. It's pretty much bubbled away, but you can actually do 2 things. You can reduce the wine more, or throw in the can. I'm going to throw in the can. I can't wait. I'd like to see if I can get the whole thing out. Awesome. Not that much left. There we go. That's so cool. And then make sure you get all the good stuff out. And then when I add the cream, it'll just bring it up a notch. Stay there, spoon. I'll just put it in there. Going to the fridge, grabbing the cream. And try and find what you want in the fridge. Sometimes it's harder than you think. So 10% cream. I filled up the can with 10% cream. You can use 5% cream. You could use whole milk. You could use 2% milk. I'm not really stirring this too much. I'm going to bring this up now to super high. And you'll see it. You'll see it mix really easily. And I just want to make sure I get everything out of that can. And the sauce now just has to reduce. It doesn't seem thick. It'll thicken up. I'm hoping my water is ready to boil, or boiling, because we're ready. I'll get the box ready. Let me look. I'll get it going a little bit faster. A little bit more salt. Because this sauce is ready. It just has to reduce a little bit. You stop the cooking process when you think it's the right thickness. This will need to cook, I say, as long as the pasta cooks, which is roughly (10 to 12 minutes. The box says 11 to 12. And we're going to add the pasta into here, which will make it super cool, and you'll see the nice mixture. And also you put the stove on low if you're waiting for people to come and join you. Really low, and it'll keep it nice and warm with a lid on it, of course. Of course, with kids, you might have to say, come on down. Let's see now. Yep, the water is boiling. So 1 pound of bowtie. I'll leave, and you can see that this is bubbling right now because I had this on high. So I'm going to lower this to medium, because as soon as you add the cream, it kind of brings down the temperature of the frying pan. Let me get a different, I like to use the same spoon, but for you guys, I just got a different wooden spoon. This is still on high. Just want to make sure nothing was sticking to the bottom. Put the timer to 12 minutes, and we'll go from there. I'll see you back in 12 minutes. And I'll show you in 12 minutes this sauce, how thick it is. So back in 12 minutes. So I couldn't wait the full 12 minutes, where this is 4 minutes in. And I just want you to see that it is getting, oh, my camera's getting steamy. It's getting thicker. The water is boiling amazingly. The trick here, the wooden spoon, just in case it's super boil. This is a little Italian trick. The water will never go past the pot or the steam. Well, not the steam, the foam. So this is something that's super cool. We have 7 minutes left on the clock. This is, you hear it wanting to boil over. We need to lower this big time. So we'll put it to 6, and it'll bring this it down. But as you see, this, it doesn't go over the pot. If that wooden spoon wasn't there, oh boy, you'll be cleaning a mess on your stove. Just a little safety feature, another hack, and this looks amazing. So in roughly 6 minutes, 5 minutes, we're going to have this strained and ready for the pot, and this is ready done. I like to get it a little bit thicker, so I'll cook it for another 6 to 7 minutes. Again, it's your call. As you can see, it's on medium, and that's on 6. So bottom line is, whatever you like in cooking, you need to find your temperament, your style, your pizzazz in the kitchen. Again, it's all about having fun, and trust me, this simple meal is a showstopper, and people will come back for more. And you don't even have to say what you put in it if you don't want to. Ha. See you shortly. Okay, there's roughly 2 minutes left on the timer. I'm going to check the pasta because it was boiling really quickly. This is still simmering nicely. It got really thick. I'm going to put it to really low right now. I don't want it to burn or get thicker. This pasta is almost ready. Let me try a bow tie. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. I put it for 12, but in 1 minute, which would be 11 minutes. So the box is right, 11 to 12 minutes. Depends on your boiling skills. It looks like it. Again, always try it. And I'm ready to take this off the stove. I'm going to give another 25 seconds. This sauce is done. It's beautiful. It's tasty. Let me try it. It's heaven. Wow. Okay, let's grab this pot. Let's strain it. First of all, I'll shut off the stove. Okay, 1 pound of bowtie. I'm straining the water, but don't ever wash your pasta. You want the sauce to stick to your pasta. You need that little bit of starch. So look at this. Look at this. Look at how beautiful that is. It's perfect. You're saying that's too much pasta. This is a meal that's, depending on prices at the grocery store, $5, maybe a little bit more. I say bucks, but dollars. I'm just going to stir it really slowly so you can see how creamy it is. Oh, there's the stove telling me that 12 minutes is up. I'll hit the cancel. Some people might want it thicker, but trust me, leaving this in the pot on low, it will thicken it up really quickly, or when you shut it off. I might shut it off now. I don't want the pasta to overcook. If you turn it off, you could also, this also comes with a lid. You could put the lid on and it'll keep it warm. If you don't want it to get too thick, the sauce, you can move the frying pan to a cold element or a wooden board. But this is, if you love mushrooms and you love celery and you love a creamy sauce, we're done. Stove's off. Let's get a plate. I would use a fancy spoon to serve it, but for you, I'll just use this. And I'm trying to get as much sauce as I can because I love the sauce. Look how much there is. Look at that. That is beautiful. You can sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on there. If you like fresh black pepper, you can grind some fresh black pepper. Why won't I do that right now? If you like fresh black pepper, let me get a spoon. Let me get a mushroom. Oh my gosh, so creamy. Even if you don't use 10% cream, you use 5% or 2% milk, or even 1% milk, it will still be creamy. You just need to reduce it a little bit more. Wow. I just want to show you another plate that I plated. Remember to hit the like button. Leave a comment after you try this dish and let me know how it turns out. It looks delicious. It tastes even better than it looks. Again, there's a lot in the pot still, and this can feed many. Take care. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and remember to stay tuned for future Beyond Cool cooking techniques and hacks. Ciao for now.